What's up, cavemen? Mr. Perry here with Mr. Glahn and Mr. Marianno. We are getting in the Christmas spirit, and today we're going to share with you some lessons that we have learned from Christmas movies. So here we go.
The first movie we're going to learn from is my personal favorite, and it's a classic. It's black and white, but it's so good. It's called It's a Wonderful Life. Okay, so George Bailey spends half the movie being a miserable mess, thinking he's a failure. Then, an angel shows up and boom! He learns that his life actually means a lot more to the people around him than he realized. This is like when you're feeling down and you think you're just another average person lost in the crowd, but you know what? You matter. You might not always feel like it, but trust me, your impact is bigger than you think. So don't spiral into despair just because life's hard. You never know who you're actually helping, even if they don't send you a thank you card. The big lesson, your life is more important than you think, even if you can't see it right now. There's also a little part in it that says, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Pretty good movie.
Let's take a trip to Whoville and learn from the Grinch who stole Christmas. So the Grinch thinks he can cancel Christmas by taking all the stuff, like even the ice cubes in the freezer, even though there's ice everywhere. But then Christmas doesn't get canceled because it's not about the stuff after all, but about the fuzzy tiny people and love. And it's a good thought exercise. If you lose all the things in your life, what's left? People. That's enough to make your heart grow 3 sizes, which feels like a medical emergency, but is more a sign that you're starting to suck less as a human being. You can never go wrong by making your life more about the people around you than the stuff around you. Also wear pants, especially when there's 6 feet of snow. Lesson, it's not about the stuff, it's about the people. And yes, your heart can actually grow.
Now, let's travel through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, past the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops, and walk through the Lincoln Tunnel to learn from Elf. Buddy the Elf is a walking, talking beam of positivity, and no matter how weird it gets in New York, he just keeps being himself. It's like when you try to be all quirky at school, and people are like, what is this person on? Look, we all have our awkward moments, but Buddy shows that if you embrace your inner weirdness and just keep doing you, people will either warm up to it, or they'll just leave you alone. Either way, staying authentic is better than pretending to be someone you're not, and way less exhausting. Just maybe dial it back on the constant Christmas cheer. It can get a little much. Lesson, stay weird, but don't be annoying about it.
Now we are going to learn a little from our friend Kevin in Home Alone. Kevin McAllister is a kid who got left behind by his entire family, mind you, and instead of freaking out, he makes an entire series of traps to defend his house against burglars. The movie is like a weird metaphor for high school life. Sometimes you're going to feel abandoned or like you're facing challenges alone. But here's the thing. In the words of Kevin, this is it. Don't get scared now. You've got this. Don't panic. Get creative. Figure out how to solve the problem. And also maybe don't start setting booby traps, but you get the point. You can handle more than you think, and sometimes being alone gives you the space to realize it. Crowbars up to the wet bandits. Lesson, you've got this, even when you're left behind.
Our next lesson comes from the Griswold family in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark Griswold has one goal, to create the perfect Christmas for his family. And naturally, everything that can go wrong does, like who expects a squirrel to be hiding in the Christmas tree? But here's the real lesson. Life is never going to go exactly as planned. You might work hard on a project, prep for an exam, or just try to make it through family dinner without drama. And then something unexpected happens. The car breaks down, the Wi-Fi goes out, or in Clark's case, the cat gets electrocuted. But here's the thing, it's okay. Well, losing Fluffy in that way would be pretty traumatic, but if you expect a little of the unexpected out of life, you'll prevent some disappointment. Things might not go the way you thought they would. But when you're in the middle of a disaster, sometimes the only thing you can do is laugh and learn from it. Lesson, expect the unexpected and be ready to laugh about it.
Now for our last movie, A Christmas Carol. Ebenezer Scrooge is a grade A jerk, right? Then 3 ghosts show up to put him through an existential crisis. Basically, it's a rude awakening, and he learns he can still turn his life around. It doesn't matter how much of a Scrooge you are now, if you're willing to actually change, you can. Stop being the person who's too cool for everything and everyone. Be the person who actually tries to make things better. Don't be that person who's like, I'm too busy, or it's not my problem. Change your attitude and you might end up making everyone's holiday season and life a little better. Lesson, you can change, so don't be a jerk. Don't give up on yourself or others. Hey, find us in the hall. Let us know what your favorite quote is on these movies. Peace out, caveman.
Love you.
Bye.